What's up guys, my name is Marissa and in this video we're going to talk about how to get paid to travel full-time and make money on social media and 15 tips on how to become a digital nomad. So this wild imaginative scenario where you can get paid to travel and work wherever you want in the world, and I mean wherever you want in the world, used to be just a fantasy of the past and this dream job and really thought of as not possible. Well, that dream job of the future has arrived. So there are several methods in this very video that have allowed me to build a six-figure business online starting from nothing, from scratch. So I advise you to grab a notebook, take notes during this video because a lot of my students have duplicated the same success with the tips and ideas that I'm gonna be going over in this video. So I think this is perfect timing to talk about how to become a digital nomad and work virtually from wherever you want in the world, because I am currently in Lima, Peru, and this is my 5th country this year and 13th city outside of the US. And I started this year in the Dominican Republic, then to Mexico, then to Guatemala, and also Colombia. It's really been a full year of being a digital nomad. So talking about digital nomad, what is a digital nomad? So there's two aspects to it. The digital side, which means you could operate your job or your business from anywhere in the world as long as you have a laptop or a computer, desktop, and internet connection. And then the other part is the nomad. So this is the nomadic part of it, which means you have the freedom to move around at any part of the world whenever you want and operate your business from wherever you want in the world, basically. So in this video, I want to provide a framework for you guys, or a roadmap where you can have an idea. That idea will spark your interest, and I want you to follow that. If you have an idea that's like, whoa, and it sparks your interest, follow it, do your due diligence, do more research on it, and start taking massive action today to being able to work virtually from wherever you want and start your digital nomad career. You got this. Okay, so these tips are actually going to be a mix of tips, job ideas, business ideas that you can start. So it's kind of a combination of both. And with that being said, tip number 1 is belief. You have to have the belief and know that you can do this and work from wherever you want and become a digital nomad. Once I believed that I can do it, that was it. I knew that this is what I wanted and I wanted to make this dream come true. It took a lot of work, a lot of hustle, a lot of late nights and 16-hour days on the computer, but it was the best decision I made in my life. And it's interesting because once I had that belief and decided that I wanted to do this, it's funny because 5 friends in this space actually quit their jobs and they sold everything. So another tip I have within this tip of believing is that I recommend that you get rid of stuff and sell as much as you can. Now I sold everything. I downsized from a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I had a roommate, but still I had a lot of crap. I had a car, and I sold literally everything and downsized to 2 suitcases and a backpack. And one of the motivations was that documentary Minimalism on Netflix, where we have so much stuff. Now that's a whole topic in its own, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need my stuff. And we've been brought up in such a consumerism based society where we get paid more and we want to buy more and have more materialistic things. When you have less, it really is better. So I'm not saying you have to sell your whole entire house and have a yard sale like I did, but the point is to definitely downsize and get rid of as much as you can so that you can become mobile, so that you'll be able to move and travel and work from wherever you want. You literally can't bring an entire household with you to South America or to Southeast Asia. So after you decide to believe you can do it and downsize your things, tip number 2 is actually job related, and that is to work a remote job first. Now there's lots of jobs and companies, maybe even your own company, that are allowing employees to work remote and to telework from home. So if you have a monetizable skill, let's say you're a programmer or you have a unique skill in the office that no one else can do, keep working that or find a job that will pay you to do that. So let's say you can build softwares, do that first, work for that job, and then eventually start your own business, and you can get paid way more for doing it on your own than what you can working in the corporate world or working for the government. The example comes to mind of one of my ex-co-workers. He was a genius at Microsoft Access, and he can build any program software based out of Microsoft Access, and he built this program for the office that was like a database entry industry so that we could keep track of all of our projects. He was in such high demand in the entire city and everyone wanted to work with him. He never left the government job, but he easily could have and started his own consulting business with the Microsoft Access programming. And on the topic of remote work, there are some websites if you're looking to get your toe in the water with working remotely and you never have before. I recommend these next two websites. The first one is called themuse.com. The staff on themuse.com really cares about matching you with a career that you love. And the cool thing is that they help you with providing you training and courses to get you ready for that job. The other website that I recommend is jobspresso.co, and Jobspresso is really cool because they have a lot of variety of different jobs and they post new job listings daily, and you can actually post your resume on this website for free. And so the goal or the key with both of these websites is that you narrow down to remote work and then you narrow down to industry and you could submit your applications from there. And remember, get the skills, get the expertise developed, and then later you can use that job and that skill to turn it into your own consulting business. All right, so my third piece of advice is to keep your costs low. If you're trying to work remote and travel and start your online business or whatever it is, you're going to have to budget in the beginning because you're going to have money to invest in different things in your business. And one great way to do that when you move outside of the US is to live within your means and save money. So live in apartments and eat food, eat street food and save as much money as you can, because that is the whole point of, currency arbitrage and using the currency in your country, for example, US dollar, to make it stretch and go a longer way in another country where the dollar is worth a lot more than the currency in a different country. And so for example, when I was living in Medellin, Colombia, I would try to find the best deals with housings, an apartment in Ret, a place where you can be comfortable, have a furnished apartment and get great internet. And speaking of Medellin, Colombia, I do want to give a shout out to LivRealty in Medellin, Colombia. I love Medellin, Colombia as a city, and this company is an amazing company. If you're going to Medellin, Colombia, they did a great job with hospitality and taking care of everything, make sure everything in the apartment was smooth. So when you're in Medellin, I highly recommend renting apartments for them. They're affordable and they're beautiful apartments, furnished with great Wi-Fi and comfortable seating where you could work from home. And I will also leave their information in the link below, so whenever you're in Medellin, Colombia, pretty much my #1 recommended digital nomad city in the world behind Bali, Indonesia, definitely hit them up. Okay, so coming in at number 4 is to develop a monetizable skill. There are a lot of different monetizable online skills that you can really, if you put your mind to it and work hard for 2 months at this, you could learn these skills really easily and get better and better. And so what do I mean by monetize an online skill? So I'm talking about these types of skills right here. I'm gonna look at my notes, and it's copywriting, funnel building, so sales funnel building, coding, content creation, building brands, writing emails, social media growth, and graphic design. And so there's literally no excuse. If one of those ideas sparks your interest, you can learn them with resources on what you're watching right now on YouTube. There's very, very affordable resources and courses on like ClickBank and Udemy, and also, books on Amazon that will teach you how to do these things. And so if you get really good at any one of those 8 skills that I just mentioned, you could make a fortune online and start your freelancing career in any one of these topics, because they will forever be in very high demand, because 1, they're online, and 2, companies and businesses will always need one of these 8 services. All right, so coming in at number 5 is coaching and consulting. Now, I have a friend who is crushing it. She's done like over $200,000 or something, or close to $200,000 in like less than 5 months. She's killing it. Her expertise is helping people and other clients find their expertise and turning it into an online business and turning their passion to profit. It's pretty amazing the accomplishments she's been able to have. I also do one-on-one coaching. It's not one of my main income streams. One-on-one coaching is great, but the thing is, it's limited, because if I accepted to work with everyone who wanted to do one-on-one coaching with me, I'd literally be working all day long. Like, no hours I would have spare time. So that's why it's hard to scale one-on-one coaching. Yes, you can charge more, but at the end of the day, there's only one you and, you know, thousands of potential clients. So one thing I do recommend is if you want to go into coaching and consulting, consider group coaching, where you coach more people at one time and you have like a lesson plan or a membership portal where people can go in and learn the foundational stuff that they need to learn, and then you can coach more people, you can serve more people, you can make money. So instead of having, you know, 10 one-on-one clients per month, you could have 50 group coaching clients per month. And it's a win-win because people are getting your coaching and you're being able to reach and teach more people. For example, right now I have a group coaching program for YouTube where I'm taking a handful of students and showing them how to build wildly profitable businesses on YouTube. And if you're just getting your feet wet with coaching and consulting, a great way to start if you have no traffic or following is to check out a website called clarity.fm, where you can get paid by the minute for people to call you and for you to give them advice on whatever expertise you have. And then eventually, once you get enough clients and reviews and people recommending you, you can get off and have your own organic traffic and start to get more traffic from your social media profiles. But definitely coaching and consulting is amazing because you can do this job from anywhere, from any location in the world, as long as you have a good laptop or a good Wi-Fi connection and a laptop and a virtual tool to teach people, like Zoom, like Skype, like, you know, even Facebook video, where you can teach people virtually. Coming in at number 6, the next tip / job I wanted to recommend is photography. Now, a lot of people have said like, oh, photography is getting saturated. No, it's not. For my business, I'm always looking for a good photographer to take pictures wherever I travel. And not too long ago, I came across a lady in Cartagena, Colombia, who had a brilliant idea. She advertises her business on Airbnb. It's like the Instagrammable tour of Cartagena. And I love doing this because it's such a brilliant idea. You just take a group of intimate people, like 5 or 6 people, you know, on a 3-hour photography tour, and they each pay you. That's a lot of money you make within 3 hours. And all you have to do is take pictures of them, edit the color, edit the light, and boom. You can make, you know, who knows, you know, $200 within 3 hours. That's pretty good. And that's plenty of cash to survive in a country like Colombia, where costs are much more inexpensive than the US. Another cool thing that digital nomad friends have done is they have become tour guides in whatever city they choose to live to outside the US. And a cool way to get your feet wet with that, and a website I recommend, is a website called showaround.com, where literally people sign up on this website to hire you to be their local tour guide. So it could last an hour, 2 hours. You can charge, you know, starting from $18 to $25 an hour. And the reason why people love this is because they trust the website, because you get reviewed, and also because you get to share your local tips, the nightlife, the hole-in-the-wall restaurants, the cool things that people don't show on TripAdvisor. So definitely consider those 2 options. All right, so coming in at number 7, I love this one. This is e-products and digital courses. Now, this is a source of passive income. This is one of my largest sources of income. I'm selling digital products online, and I'm teaching people my knowledge. Selling your knowledge and putting it into a digital format is probably one of the most lucrative things you can do online, because I guarantee you there's knowledge that you have that people want, and you can sell that knowledge. It doesn't matter if it's cooking, if it's photography, if it's motivation, if it's yoga, if it's singing, whatever you do, you can, you know, digitize it into a course and sell it online. And this is passive income, because when you make the sale, let's say you're promoting it on Instagram or Facebook or something, whenever you make the sale, that's it. You get 100% profit, and you don't have to fulfill it. You don't have to physically make it and, you know, ship it out to people. It's just a passive income that you're always getting, whether you're out having dinner with the family, whether you're on a plane, wherever. This is the best revenue stream that I could recommend. And also, I'll leave a link in the description to a platform that I use to host all my digital courses, to have my funnels, to do my email marketing, to promote my courses, and that's Kartra.com. Kartra is basically an all-in-one business tool where you have everything you need to host a business online. So I'll leave that link. You can try it out for $1 for 2 weeks. So coming in at number 8, dun, 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 this one is actually my absolute favorite, and that is to become a YouTuber. Yes, having a YouTube channel is powerful. Why? Because the organic traffic that you create on your channel to promote your brand, to promote your business is the most powerful traffic you can have, because one, it's organic and people are looking for whatever it is you're talking about on your channel, and two, you're developing that relationship with people over video. And not to mention, there's like 15 different ways that you can monetize a YouTube channel. The first way, that you can become a partner with the YouTube partnership program, and you could monetize the ads that advertisers play on your channel. And just to give you a snapshot of my revenue, I cashed in $7,000 just from my ad revenue alone. So that's just one of several different income streams that I'm producing just for my YouTube channel. And if you're interested in building a wildly profitable business on YouTube, I have a blueprint that you can download today, right now, after this video, that walks you through the 6 steps that have helped me and my students create wildly profitable businesses on YouTube and turn viewers into sales. So be sure to click the link below and download that blueprint after this video. All right, so coming in at number 9 are workshops. Workshops are something that I don't do yet, but a lot of my digital nomad friends and online business friends have hosted workshops in different parts of the world, and it is super cool because these workshops, think of them as conferences. Basically, they're 2 to 5 days generally, and you host a workshop and you have different sessions teaching people something that you know or that your company does. And the cool thing about workshops is, like, let's say you're having a workshop in Bali, you can have different sessions and lessons throughout the day, but then during the 5 days you can have different activities and different foods and different meals of the culture. So it's really, workshops are a great idea. They take a lot of coordination and planning, but definitely they could be super fun events. And let me know, would you ever, comment below if you would ever come to one of my workshops. I probably have it at like a mansion in some exotic country, and I would teach things about online business. Comment below, would you come to my workshop? Let me know in the comments. All right, so coming in at number 10, we're talking about building an authority on a social media platform. So what does this mean exactly? It means you're building a brand and you're finding your niche on a social media platform. So why do I say one? Is because you want to dominate one platform first before you focus on the other one. So for example, with me, I chose to dominate YouTube first and to build my following and my brand on YouTube because that is what I love the most. A lot of people, choose Instagram, Facebook. There's people I know that are killing it on Pinterest. They're killing it on LinkedIn. So just pick one platform to master, dominate it, and build an audience and a brand. Why? Having an audience is super powerful. It's the most powerful thing you can do to build your online business, because if you have a brand and an audience, you have power, because there's companies and other businesses that are going to want to collaborate with you. Maybe that's a brand sponsorship. Maybe that looks like you promoting their products or services. And heck, you could even promote your own merchandise, your own products. There's so many different opportunities that arise when you have a powerful brand and audience online. Okay, so coming in at number 11 is retreats. Now, retreats are a little different than workshops because retreats are generally longer, typically a week, maybe even a month long. And one thing that comes to mind when I was traveling in Guatemala this year was I went to Lake Atitlan just to explore the lake and to, get my yoga on. But there's a huge communities of yogis there and the whole motivational and meditation niche. And what I loved about this is it gave me all kinds of ideas to host retreats. Now, these retreats that they host in Lake Atitlan, some of these small businesses, they are banking big time. So one retreat that I heard of it's a yoga retreat basically, and you go through this whole meditational thing, and it's 30 days long. And I think the price per person was like 15 grand. Now you multiply 15 grand by 60 people going to this retreat. Wow, that's a lot of money. And these retreats are super cool because you get to interact with people. If you attend it, you get to interact with people all around the world. They're usually all inclusive with food. If you do any activities, those are typically paid for. So retreats are definitely awesome and something that takes a lot of pre-planning, but definitely so many rewards if you're hosting a retreat. Okay, so coming in at number 12 is to be a freelance writer. And this could be a freelance blogger. This could be a freelance copywriter. So if you want to get into blogging, if you don't have your own blog, start with doing jobs and writing articles for other blogs. Just contact their blogging manager and see how much they pay to have freelance bloggers write on their website. So you can get paid by the word, you can get paid by the length of the article, you can get paid sometimes by revenue share. So if that blog has a high amount of traffic and is getting monetized with ads, let's say on Google, they're getting paid and monetized by all the advertisements that are on that blog, you can have a revenue share and be like, hey, you know, let's split the cost of how much you get paid from the revenue. So if they're getting paid $5,000 a month from ads that are showing on their blogs, you can say, hey, I'll take 40%, blah, blah, blah. And also with copywriting, people are always needing copywriting for their websites, for their sales funnels, for their emails. The list goes on, and you can definitely start with setting up a profile and getting jobs on Fiverr.com, on Upwork.com, on freelance.com. There's so many different ways to get started with your freelance writing career. So coming in at number 13, this goes along with a lot of the jobs that I've already mentioned, but the goal here is to become an expert. When you think of positioning yourself as an expert on a social media platform, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, wherever you're building your social media platform, be the expert in your niche and be the trusted resource that people come to get information. Teach people, give value in your content. So if I'm a nutritional coach and I specialize in, you know, counting macros and flexible dieting, I'm going to position myself as the expert. So I'm going to teach people what recipes are the best, what workouts are the best for flexible dieting. Like, I'm not a nutrition specialist, but there's so many things that if I'm the expert at a certain subject and I'm teaching people and giving value and making my content fun, people are going to come back to your brand and back to you as the expert over and over and over again. And when they develop that know, like, and trust factor with you, they will buy from you forever. And once they become loyal fans, they will promote your brand and business for you. Like, hey, check out so-and-so. Like, he or she is the expert in nutrition and flexible dieting. I love her profile. All right, so coming in at number 14 are a few jobs I just wanted to mention that I've definitely seen a lot of. And two of them I didn't even know they were really possible. And that is to be a contract lawyer, that is to be a medical transcriber, a yoga teacher, and also an online fitness coach. So the first two, I've actually came across people that were nomads and they had these professions. I was like, whoa, I had no clue you could be a contract lawyer. And a contract lawyer is basically approving contracts for different between different businesses to make sure that they are correct. And then with the medical transcriber, it's basically you transcribing different medical events for different hospitals and for different things that go on with patients and doctors in different hospitals. And I know with this career, you can take different courses to learn how to do it and also get a certification, but it's definitely something that you can do remotely and be a digital nomad, and you don't have to work in an office, and you can do this from the comfort of your home or from wherever in the world. And then for being a yoga teacher, I've gone to a bunch of different yoga studios where they're always hiring for different guest yoga teachers and part-time jobs. So really it's like you can yoga teacher hop. It is a very real possibility. And then the last one that I mentioned, the online fitness coaches, this is becoming very popular where you could not only coach people in person in whatever city you go to, but you can create different membership sites where people can log in and you can create different workout plans for people. And so it's like an online membership where you get recurring commissions from the people that are wanting to do your different workouts and programs. And you could even create products around nutritional planning and helping people create meal plans, but it is all online. So that's why it is a portable business that you can do and operate from anywhere you want. Okay, so the very last tip I have for you guys coming in at number 15, this one might catch you by surprise, and that is to be flexible and open-minded. And the reason why I say this is because there's going to be times where it is extremely hard. You know, you may even, take that leap, drop your job, move to a different country and start your online business, and you may be in some very uncomfortable positions where, you know, you're struggling to learn the language and you have some other things that you have to adapt to, like culture and different transportation. So for example, when I was in Thailand and in Bali, I had to adapt with riding a scooter. Scooters are the main transportations of getting around, and it's kind of scary. I mean, it's very common where foreigners get into accidents when riding these scooters, but it's like, okay, well, I have to adapt. They didn't have Uber and they didn't have a metro train that went around the city. So it's like you have to be flexible and adapt to different things that sometimes you may not be expecting. And again, whatever route you choose, whether it's building an online business and building a brand and selling products online, or whether you're going the remote job route, either way, it's going to be a push, it's going to be a sacrifice, it's going to be something that you have to work hard at and put in a lot of hours, but I can't emphasize that enough, that it's going to give you the most amount of freedom and the most amount of flexibility that you've ever had in your life. So I'm saying to stick with it, be flexible and open-minded, and make that sacrifice and do the work. All right, guys, I hope you got a lot of value from this video and you learned a thing or two and that you found an idea that you can follow and pursue. Don't forget to download my Subscribers to Sales Blueprint, where I mentioned it's the blueprint and the easy 6 steps that you could follow to build a wildly profitable YouTube channel. And if you liked this video, definitely check out this video where I talk about my income streams that I make online in depth. That'll help you more with this idea of becoming a digital nomad. So go ahead and check that out.